Hey, I'm Ben. I'm one of the founders at Grit, and I want to talk to you guys about checking your tires and making sure they're inflated to the right pressure. So in the Grit Freedom Chair, we have on this version our standard mountain bike tires. And we actually use Schrader valves on all three wheels. So the front wheel and the two back wheels all have a Schrader valve. That's the same valve that you have in your car, so a lot of air compressors, tire pumps, and other ways to put air into the tires will work with these valves, so keeping it very flexible. Some of the best ways to get at this tire valve, or the Schrader valve, so you want to unscrew the cap and see that there's a little button in there that you can deflate the pressure, or you can put pressure in with something like a regular bike pump. So this is the pump that we actually use in the shop. It's called the floor pump. It's got a nice big dial so you can read out the pressure you want in, usually read in PSI. Most of them have a dual valve style end, and the Schrader valve is always the larger type. So in this, it's the black side. It's got the larger diameter hole versus the other smaller type, which is for a different bike valve. You can also see there's different versions of floor pumps, also with a dial, also with two ports. And again, the Schrader is always the larger one of the two. So if you're out in the field and you need to pump up your bike tires, sometimes you can use something like a hand pump. These are a little harder to use, but are good in a pinch because they're really portable. And just like the other two types, they usually have an adjustment so that you can use the Schrader type valve. So after I remove the valve cap, I'll take the end of the floor pump, making sure that I'm using the larger Schrader side. In this style of pump, you lift the lever up to lock it in place. So I'll place it onto the valve, and then I'll lock it by moving the lever up, and then it's sealed and ready for air to be put in. So you can take a reading at where you're started at. We're at 35 PSI now. We recommend a good rule of thumb for all the tires on the Freedom Chairs, just start at about 45 PSI. So I'll pump that up right now. And I'm good at 45. I can take that lever off. And what I'll do is I'll do the same thing for all three wheels. Even the front wheel, and throw that cap back on. Even the front wheel has a Schrader valve hidden in there to make it easy, so you're just using one pump style for all three wheels of the Freedom Chair. So like I said, 45 PSI is the kind of a good starting point. If you're going to be rolling on all asphalt or roads the whole time, you can go up a little bit higher. There's a rating on the side of the tires that tells you the highest you can go. What we do on our beach tires, so our largest tire size for rolling on really loose stuff, is we can drop this down to 35 PSI, and you'll actually note on the sidewall of the tire, it'll tell you the lowest you can go with that tire with a tube in it. So check your tire pressure before you're going out on a big ride, once every 2 weeks or so. It's an easy maintenance thing you can do for your chair to make sure you're rolling on loose terrain with a low pressure tire for more traction, or put more pressure into the tires if you're going on road, and you can kind of feel what's best for you and your body weight and your riding style. Let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for checking out this video. See ya.